Welcome back to Inside Sports Kansas. I'm your host, Asia Simone Smith, and just as I predicted, Bills and Chiefs meet again at Arrowhead. We have the Chiefs and the Bills headed to Arrowhead for the AFC Championship game. It doesn't get better than this, right? Two of the most athletic quarterbacks in the league going head to head. It's always a must-see rivalry when these two teams meet, and that rivalry dates back a long time. We have to go and look at the stats between these two teams, but let's start with the last 7 games. In the last 4 regular season games, the Bills are 4-0 over the Chiefs. But then when it comes to the postseason games, the Bills are 0-3. So I don't know what the Chiefs put in the air when it comes to playoff time, but Josh Allen has not been able to get over the hump when it comes to Patrick Mahomes when they are both seeking a Super Bowl title. So going to be exciting to see them back at it once again. And who knows what happens? It's a new season, right? So we can't always use these old stats to predict what's going to happen in the new season. But we do know that the Chiefs aren't new to being in this position. It is their 7th straight AFC Championship game, and they are absolutely looking like they're ready for it, coming off that outstanding performance against Houston. And this is also a regular season rematch that the Chiefs are looking forward to. The Bills, of course, were the only team the Chiefs lost to in the regular season when they played their starters. We know in the regular season finale, Kansas City sat out those starters against Denver to rest up. So not counting that one on the official record, the Bills were the team to beat the Chiefs and ruin their almost perfect season. And keep in mind that that regular season loss was in Buffalo. So the Chiefs were away and they had the away crowd. Now they're heading back home. And we know the energy at Arrowhead is always a tough environment for road teams to play in. So it's going to be advantage for the Chiefs to be at home. And they're also going to be feeding off that momentum they built against Houston. They played great defensively against CJ Stroud. Come on, let's talk about it. 8 sacks, 8, and 58 QB pressures. Insane. But again, we can't compare CJ Stroud to Josh Allen. They're two completely different animals. Josh Allen's been in the league for years, and he's extremely fast, extremely large, extremely athletic. So it's not going to be as easy to get to him. And as a matter of fact, in the regular season when they played each other and the Chiefs lost, they had 0 sacks and 0 QB pressures against Josh Allen. So he's not going to be easy to get to, and that's going to be something they need to change. Here's what Steve Spagnuolo already had to say about his defense going against Josh Allen.
I mean, he's a premier threat in this league. I mean, we all know that, right? Not just with his arm, but with his legs and how big he is. I mean, I'm amazed every time I put the tape on. I mean, I was shaking my head this morning talking to the guys going, how do you stop this guy? And I made one comment to one of the coaches. I said, now I know how other defenses feel that we play when they're going against Patrick, because they just do things that are uncanny.
Yeah, you know a quarterback's good when you got to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, right? I'm just playing, but it's going to come down to those playmakers. Chris Jones, Drew Tranquill, Tershawn Wharton, and Nick Bolton. Those guys are going to have to step up, really put pressure on Josh Allen, because the Bills' offense is no joke at all. They've been obliterating opponents all season long. So Kansas City's defense is also one of the best in the league, but they're going to have to put on one of their best performances of the season. And I do feel like that could be coming because the Chiefs, again, know how to play in the playoffs. It's a crucial skill for teams to have. The Bills haven't proven they're able to do that yet with Josh Allen as their guy under center, but the Chiefs have done it in the past. So they've got experienced players. They know how to play when it comes to the postseason, and we're going to hope to see the defense be able to step up and make those plays and see a 360 of what we saw in the regular season against the Bills defensively. But on the other side, talking about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, he's going to need time to use his feet in this game because we know he is an amazing athlete as well, but he hasn't been able to run when he's against the Bills. In November, Mahomes had 0 rushes. So that's clearly a problem. The Bills defense is also playing. So Patrick Mahomes is going to need his O-line to step up. It's going to take all 11 guys on offense. We know Joe Thuney did a good job at left tackle. Joe Thuney said it's going to take every single one of us on the field to be able to make those plays. And when we talk about Patrick Mahomes' completion ratings this season, he has better pass completions when he's throwing in less than 2.5 seconds. So he's going to need his time back. He's going to need that time, and he's going to need the space and the ability to make those plays. So his line's going to have to be playing against a strong D-line. And the offensive line for Kansas City has to play their best ball. So They've had time to work it out, work out those kinks, iron out the wrinkles, and hopefully we see the O-line really coming together in this game because again, it's not going to be easy. Can't just be the defense plays well, it can't just be the offense plays okay. It's got to be both the defense and the offense play when it comes to the playoffs. So not just Mahomes though and his O-line, but also those receivers, those running backs, those other players on the offense are also going to have to play well. And of course, Travis Kelce. Thank goodness he's got a guy like him, right? We know Travis Kelce was limited in the regular season. It wasn't his best regular season, but then against Houston, it's like, where was this all season long? So he is back. Travis Kelce knows how to play when it comes to the playoffs. Again, vital experience. He's going to be great to have. Last game against Houston, 7 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown. Of course, that huge 49-yard reception, that was okay, there's the Travis Kelce we know and love. That was that moment for the season. So glad to see him back and playing. But we do know the teams know Kelce's good. It's not just us who knows Kelce's good. The teams are preparing for him. So the Bills obviously are studying their film. They know Kelce. They know Patrick is going to be targeting him. So they're going to cover him. And that's a big part of what we saw in the regular season as well. Travis Kelce wasn't able to be open much. So in order to succeed in the postseason, it's going to be not about just having Travis Kelce available, but having other options. And that's where Noah Gray comes in. I love this dude. He just shows up exactly when the Chiefs need it. It's like, oh no, where's Kelce? Don't have to worry about it because 83 is right there to back up 87. Those two are a great duo to both have out on the field. And I expect him to play an elevated role in this game, just in case as a backup when Kelce, isn't able to get every single target or he's not open. So I do like having Noah Gray out there. So I think those are some options for receivers. Of course, they've already got Xavier Worthy and some other guys. So there's quite a few options for receivers, and the Chiefs need those options. They're also creating options in the run game, which is having Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco both playing at the same time. I think that's a good move by Andy Reid. And Andy said he enjoys having them both out there. We know that the running back position, those guys can get worn out pretty quickly. So having two guys able to be on the field is nice to give each other a break. And then also, they're both just great players, two different styles of run. So it's nice to have them both out there. But ultimately, the offense needs an all-around effort. And here's what Patrick Mahomes said ahead of taking on the Bills.
I think guys are ready to go. We had a good day of practice yesterday, and you get the base install in. Guys get a feel for the game plan. You go out there and execute fast, and you have third down today. So it's just about getting everybody in the right positions to succeed and going out there and playing fast. And I don't think anyone's making this too big of a moment. Everybody knows how big it is, but at the same time, we go about our process.
Okay, my prediction is it's going to come down to the wire. I think this is going to be a thriller, and I think, again, going back to what I said before, it's going to come down to whoever is able to make those game-winning plays, whoever's able to get those third down stops, whoever's going to be able to block the kick, and to make that game-winning play when it comes to those third downs, sometimes fourth downs. Obviously, Kansas City has been known to do that all season long. Some call it luck. Some people call it clutch. I say this team is clutch. They know how to play. They know how to win. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to be the Kansas City Chiefs if they want to move on to a third straight Super Bowl. So it's must-watch television for everyone. I'm excited for it. And I actually do believe the Chiefs are going to be able to do it. I think we're going to see an Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl again. And yes, that may partially be because the logo is out and it happens to be red and green. Just saying, if you know that conspiracy theory, you know it. So don't know if it's true, but we'll see. That's my prediction right now. I have a good feeling about the Chiefs. Of course, the Bills I still think are going to play incredible, and you never know. So it's all up in the air, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a good one. But that's all for Inside Sports Kansas this week. I'm your host, Asia Simone Smith, and I'll catch you next time.